Hatapu, hatapu, heru nefer, heru nefer. All right, peace, peace, peace. We're going to go ahead and get started, get everything moving. We're going to start with our adumbration. Of course, as always, we start with our Shiasha. Once we get the Shiasha in, we're going to go to the all over body check-in. We're going to get some Asar Stance in, a little bit of Qigong, a little bit of Asar Stance. Remember, our goal is to build the Asar Stance up to 20 minutes at a time. That what we want to begin doing is prepping for the spring equinox that is coming. So we want to ensure that you get the information, that you go to the link tree, that you go to register for the newsletters, you can get that information. We'll be doing our Sundays with Sabah to get you that information and prep you for the fast. And that information will be available on our Instagram and our other social media, so you have access to it. All right, as we prep. Hugely important that we begin to heal the body, and particularly important as many of us are shifting on these mask mandates wherever you may be in the world. So you want to make sure that your body is prepared to handle this eventuality. So we're going to talk about ways to work through healing the organs through Tai Chi Chuan, Qigong, Sama, Rekhati, Committee, and nutrition, moving in concert with the cosmos and the planet that we're on also. So all that's coming up this month. Happy Women's History Month. With that in mind, after we get into the Qigong, we're going to begin talking about intimate space and how you can manage utilizing the tools of Tai Chi Chuan to address your intimate space using these principles. So as such, we're going to do the form once, and I'm going to break down the beginning positions so that you have an opportunity to see how you can use them to aid you with someone encroaching on your space. And then we'll get into breathing exercise. We'll get into, should we have time, we'll get to breathing exercise. We do it every time. Y'all know what they are in terms of alternate nostril breathing or one of the other breathing exercises that we do. Spend a great deal of time doing breathing exercises to get the body in preparation to be able to do what you need your body to do. Okay? And then we'll, of course, close out with our wisdom from the sages of the ages, Shiasha, and we'll get it in, okay? Let's do it. All right. We're going to get it in here to get started. And we bow in to all the masters that have gone before us. We bow, teacher to student, student to teacher. And we're not going to start standing today. What I want you to do is to set it up. I'm going to sit because I want to be able to remind you that you can do a standing or a sitting. So I'm going to start off from the seat with this one, rotating. And then what I'm going to do is, after we do the feet, I'm going to stand for the rest. So you get an opportunity to see what that looks like, as we've done the all over body check-in seated most of our time. And that's just to let you know that we can, at whatever level of ability you may be, you have an opportunity to participate with us. All right, we wiggle these toes, the best of your ability, and then just the big toe. And then we work to the rest of the toes on down to the pinky toe. All right. So now that we got that in, we're going to switch it up. And we're going to get it in right here, okay? And so as we get it in, we're going to start with this other foot. And we're going to take it around. If you want to, you put your hands here, because this will help to center your weight and your balance. So if you got that foot up and then change direction. Okay, wiggle the toes. And then one at a time. All right, now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start with the shoulder. And if you're standing with me, you want to be feet parallel, shoulders width. Doing your bellows breathing. And then we take it to the front. Now, as you see, when you have the full length, you just let the arm dangle. All right, we take this on the other way. Then we bring it to the front. All right, then we start with the wrist. I'm going to come forward so you can get a better view. Right. And so even though the shoulder is relaxed and it's out here, that elbow is tucked in. Change direction. And then we wiggle all these fingers, and then we do it one at a time. Switch hands. And then change direction. Wiggle the fingers. One at a time. All right. We got that. Now I'm going to do it seated. You can also do it standing. Going to work the neck. So you're going to breathe in, looking to the left. And breathe out, looking to the right. Breathe in, looking left. Breathe out, looking right. Breathe in, looking left. Breathe out, looking right. Breathe in, looking left. Breathe out, looking right. Breathe in, looking left. Looking left while you breathe out, chin down. Looking left while you breathe in, chin up. Looking left while you breathe out, chin down. Looking left, breathing in, chin up. Looking left, breathing out, chin down. Looking left, breathing in, chin up. And breathing out to the right. Looking right as you breathe in, chin up. Looking right as you breathe out, chin down. Looking right as you breathe in, chin up. Looking right as you breathe in, chin down. Looking right as you breathe in, chin up. Looking right as you breathe out, chin down. Breathing in, front and center. Breathing out, chin down. Breathing in, chin up. Breathing out, chin down. Breathing in, chin up. Breathing out, chin down. Breathing in, chin up. Breathing out, chin down. As you breathe in, take the head around in a circle. On your next in-breath, take the head the other direction. All right, your next in-breath, bring it right back to front and center. All right, so we got that in. Now we're going to get to our Asar Stance. So you can make it happen. Uchi. Pyramid hands. Bellows breathing. step. Balance the weight. Asar Stance. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight to the right leg, slide that left foot in the Wuchi position. Then we shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, feet parallel, shoulders width. Into the KhASA position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. And we step, shift, and pivot. Step into the dua position. 4 breaths. Step back. And bring the hands down. Do it like this. Work your way up and down the body. And back up. All right. Now, the reason why I wanted to do that exercise is we're going to do the form after this, but I need you to understand we're going to talk about your personal intimate space. So I'm turning to the side. What I want you to see is that from here to the wrist, right, is your personal intimate space. From the wrist out, we like to refer to that as negotiated space. So now if you put your hands out in front of you, do it palms up like so, you see the palms. I want you to take your hands, come out this way, and I want you to turn to your left, turn to your right, back to front, bring those hands here. All of that space, all of this space is your personal, intimate space, all of this. All right, put your hands down. So I need you to understand that if that is all your personal, intimate space, you decide what happens in your personal, intimate space. You decide, you choose. You do not have to explain the desire to want someone out of your personal, intimate space. Now, that negotiation may have to occur when folks disagree or they want access to your intimate space without your permission. And you have the choice to be able to set that boundary and establish that. And so we're going to work with that in terms of the beginning of the form. And first, we're going to go through the form so your body gets used to the rhythm pattern of the movements. We're going to review the beginning cycle of the form so that you get used to the actual movement of the body in those areas. And then we're going to talk about some ways that you can use that to maintain your boundary and enforce it. Does that work for everybody? Yes? Excellent. So this is very simple, very basic. And this is a way to get you used to the establishment and practice of your boundary. You can use this at home. And on Friday, I hope to have a guest with me that will enable me to aid you in visualizing how it's done and the way in which you can do it. Additionally, what I may end up doing is a whole separate series on this so that you can begin to see what's happening, okay? But it's hugely important in order for this to work that you do the form, that you do the Asar Stance, that you do the Qigong, so that what you're doing is you're building up your body's strength and your body's muscle memories around the way in which these movements occur, these natural movements. And so I'm going to talk about them that way. But first, let's get this short form in, okay? Let's do it. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Exhale as you sink down, and begin. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to do the lunar cycle, precisely because we're right on the waning end of the full moon side, headed into the new moon, and then we get the waxing fullness. So we're going to start here. Just going to do the lunar cycle so that we can, again, sinking down, and we begin. Get you in the practice of the movements. Okay. The body orientation and the feet, hugely important. Okay. Sunrises over the mountain. Let's just keep doing sunrises over the mountain with me. Move with me. All right. Breathing in on the way up. And breathing out on the way down. Same speed up as down. And again, this is called sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. Beautiful, peaceful. What this is designed to do is to define your space in linearity, all right, and circular. So I'm going to turn to the side. I want you to watch my hands. See how they're not moving straight? You see the apparent curve. I want you to see it. See the hands appear to curve. Okay, the hands do not move of their own. It is the body that moves and gives the appearance of the movement of the hands. Okay? It is important that as we do this, we allow the body to do this. These are adaptations of natural movements of the body given the orientation that the body is in, which enables this to be also connected to the I Ching. So here we go. I want you to see that so you understand that this is what we're doing. So now, bring the hands up here. Shoulders are relaxed, hands are relaxed, wrists are relaxed. This defines that space in front of you. Butt is tucked, knees straight but not locked. So it enables you to take on linear pressure, pressure coming straight at you. So you can stop, you can turn the waist to redirect it. You can even step back as you turn the waist to one side or the other. That's where we get into the ward off, okay? But today, what I really want you to do is we're gonna sunrises over the mountain and sunsets. I want you to get that movement strong. It's up and then breathing out. What this is designed to do, because we're gonna get to the actual application at the next session, but we're working on this here. So it's here, okay? It's here. And the hands are here because you get a little closer and I have some mathematical diagrams we'll go over so you can see it's not just about it's about the proper orientation of the body. So you're bringing it up, it's here, and your hands are here. They're in proper alignment. The elbows are tucked under. Remember this exercise? The elbows are tucked under, the hands are here. This is why we prep. Everything we're doing is to get you ready to defend yourself. You're here so that way you can protect against someone coming, trying to get into your personal space. Let's say you don't want someone to give you a hug. They're coming trying to give you a hug. You bring these hands up and you can stop them in their physical space. Okay? And we'll be demonstrating some of these are very basic. I'm not just working to start out with joint locks, and we're going to build our way up to, locks and breaks and push, pull, grabs, and those sorts of things, which are all in the form, which are all a part of the Tai Chi Chuan practice, the wrestling aspect, the boxing aspect. It's all here. What I want to do is let's start building into it gently so you are able to move fluidly through these movements. And so I'll have someone with me on Friday on our next session that's going to help me with this. And hopefully, I'll have that woman with me. And the reason it's a woman is Women's History Month. I want to be able to afford you the opportunity to have the access to see how it's done. Got it? Good. So with that in mind, we've gone over the movements that are going to prep. So you work through this week. Sunrises over the mountain, sunsets. And we're going to break down each movement. And so we'll break it down in terms of what we do, how we do it. And then we'll spend the next session with the active application. So it's sun rises over the mountain and sun sets. All right, they're connected, but we're going to look at them in terms of how they work separate and together, in terms of the whole body. Got it? I hope so. Please spend your time working on it. So now what we'll do is we'll get to that breathing exercise, right? Okay. So now what we're going to do is I want you to breathe, bring these arms out. I'm going to move so it's easy to see. Out, breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Now stay with me. In, more air in, more air in, more air in. Fill it up. Turn to the left. Turn to the right. Front and center. Exhale. And in and out. In and out. All right. Now, we're going to get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages. All right. We got some good stuff for us today. As always, we're going to have our Tai Chi Chuan, the essence of Tai Chi. So we'll start there. Okay, so here we go. Insubstantial and substantial should be clearly differentiated. One place has insubstantiality and substantiality. Every place has the same insubstantiality and substantiality. All parts of the body are strung together without the slightest break. And so Tai Chi Chuan is like a great river rolling on unceasingly. And you'll see parts of that in terms of how the form moves and how it flows. See, flows. And then you'll get a little bit more of it when we get to the active application. All right. Thank you very much. We got that in. Teachings of Ptah Hotep. Okay. If you are one who leads, one whose authority reaches widely, then you should do perfect things, those which posterity will remember. Don't listen to the words of flatterers or to words that puff you up with pride and vanity. And Tao Te Ching, holy virtue. Tao is eternal and has no name. Though simplicity may appear puny, yet the world dare not dominate it. If kings and nobles can preserve it intact, the 10,000 things will gladly pay them homage. Heaven and earth unite in harmony, to pour down showers of sweet dew, to benefit all mankind graciously and evenly. Institutions once begun, names come into being. Names having come into being, one should know where to rest. To know where to rest is to forestall peril. Tao differentiated in the world will return to one, like streams and rivers flowing to the sea. That's a cool. So glad to have you here with us today. Thank you for your attendance, and mostly thank you for your presence. Grateful to have you here. Look forward to moving through the Tai Chi Chuan. This way, we're going to move into some applications, just the basic ones to get you started. And then as we begin to look at how we're going to move forward in terms of beyond the fast, beyond basic applications, we need you to practice, because that's the key. And as we're now getting to a place where we can have increased physical interaction, what we'll do is we'll begin to show you the tangible, practical applications of Tai Chi Chuan. and some of the tangible, practical applications of the martial Qigong as well. Thank you. Duau Hatapu. We bow out. We say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe. Giving homage to the ancestors and bearing witness to our eternal witnesses of the earth and sky. Bidyu Hatep. Ong Uja Seneb. Amun Re Nesut Necher. Atun Re Neb. And Ong Hatep.